So I want to tell you a story of how one day I was sitting in my car on my phone, actually I had a headset on, and I did a phone call. And then I just realized that I had the next phone call happen, and the next phone call happen, and the next phone call happen. I know some of you don't talk on the phone, neither do I, but I realized I sat in the car and I did 5 to 6 phone calls back to back. And there was a revelation that happened to me that actually clicked for me from the perspective of productivity. And here's what it is. My first call was pretty good. My second call felt better. My third call felt more comfortable. My fourth call, I was really tuned in. And my fifth call felt as smooth as butter. And so what I did was I was like, looks like I'm getting good service at this spot. Looks like I should do more of my calls in a 4-hour block here. And I realized the secret, the power of batching. Most of us have a schedule which looks something like this. You have a meeting, you have a conference call, you have a Zoom call, you catch up on email for a while, you run out to a meeting in your office, maybe you run an errand, you come back, you get on a podcast, and then get another phone call, and then you do some chat, and then you get back on writing email, maybe you write a document. Every single time we have to context switch from each of those activities. So here's what I'm working on, and it's not perfect, and I just wanted to share that with you, right? I've taken my week and just chunked it into batches. I have a batch of time where I process email, where I just process email. I have a time when I write. That way I write my entire content for the week at the same time, and I've noticed that it goes much more smoothly and more fluently. I take all my, when I call, and I take all my calls, like I said, in batches. The times that I mentor entrepreneurs and CEOs, I take it in batches. That way, as I keep doing it, I get better at it. I get calmer at it. I get more deep at it. And the couple of things happen there. Number one, you get good deep work in there and you get really good at it. And number two, when you start batching, there's a perspective of mastery. Every single time you do 4 hours of that, you just get better at it as opposed to switching back and forth. So take a second, just for a second, look at your calendar and say, what part of my calendar can I move around and batch some activities in? Maybe some content creations, maybe some writing, maybe some calls, maybe some coaching, maybe some Zoom webinars, maybe some podcasts. How can I batch them so that you can have a much more productive and a deeper experience so that you can get to mastery that much faster?